Hi Band fans!
And welcome to this week's edition of Band Fan TV with On The March video. This is our relief of Derry weekend.
Yeah, we had a brilliant weekend in Londonderry. For some, it's the best parade of the year with 124 bands on the march in Londonderry. For some, it's the best weekend of the year when they take time and go up and spend it within Londonderry and the walls. And if you lived in Londonderry, it's a week-long festival that takes in everything from tea dances and concerts, reenactments and speeches on the walls. It's fantastic. We have some clips up on our YouTube channel. You can catch all the links on our Facebook. We're going to start
with Walking the Walls.
We have two clips
of Robert Gray Memorial from Crawfordsburn and William King Memorial from the Maiden City itself.
Yeah. Every year, one of the amalgamated committees choose a band to lead the parade, and this time it was the Scottish committee, and they chose Saracen Truth Defenders, and they were fantastic. So we're going to start with them.
people over the weekend. We have lost count. In fact, I lost Neil at one point. He was away gossiping to dear knows who, but it was absolutely fantastic. For those that we met along the way, thank you so much for stopping us and saying hello. For those that we caught in the fountain at where we pitched our camp, thank you again for saying hello, for waving, for shouting at us. It makes us feel a wee bit special.
It really
does.
Yes, definitely does.
We have to say a special shout out to two lovely, charming young gentlemen who we met on Saturday. Cooper and also Harvey. What absolutely lovely kids, and they both play in Saracens. A real credit to the band and to their families. Two lovely young gentlemen. So hi from us.
Definitely. They were just outstanding and so polite. It was a joy to meet them, so it was. We have a list of some of the parades coming up this week. There's not so many band parades around now. They're starting to thin out a wee bit as we're head towards the Black Saturday, of course. But there's still a few out there, and if you're in Market Hill tomorrow night, it's Maine McCullen's turn to host their annual parade. Some events coming up too.
What I was going to say was, from what I have read, there is a list of accordion bands going, and there is also talk of a mass accordion band taking place, so do go if you're into accordions.
Well, talking about accordions, the next band up on Bandfan TV is Edgarstown Accordion, and we have read that they're heading off to London for the Lord Mayor's show, and they've chose a new tune to play as they stopped right in front of us. A wee bit of practice, a wee bit of rehearsal.
That's it.
A Victoria March, I think they're calling it. But you will recognise a lot of these tunes, and they were excellent.
They were very, very good. Really entertaining when they stuck with us.
On Saturday morning, we set up base camp in the fountain.
Camp Fountain.
We had chosen a wee place. Got our gazebo up. Again, a massive thank you to the guys who supplied the gazebo. And we were joined with some friends.
We had Loyalist Photography with us. We had Kirk from NI Band Services. And then, of course, we had
Stuart and Andrew
from
Loyal Band Parades and Videos NI.
I could never remember it all.
Videos,
but it was absolutely fantastic. A real wee community of marching band media.
That was it. Yeah.
We were indeed.
Paparazzi. We were in town.
We also handed out over 200 bottles of water on Saturday, and hopefully that helped the guys on their way, because there's some hills to go up and down.
Yeah, but we've chose 5 clips from the main parade, and if you haven't seen, the full parade is up on our YouTube, over 2 hours and 33 minutes. So if you're got a night in and you want to know what's on TV, stick on YouTube and you can watch the parade all over again. So we're going to start off with a couple of bands in Crimson, as it was the Apprentice Boys. So with Tamnamore flute band and also Ballee flute band.
We band you like?
I do.
You do indeed. Then we move back to the Maiden City to Churchill flute band. That
stopped right beside us.
Oh, they did indeed, and they were sounding really, really well. Then we have another little bit of accordion, Knockloughrim accordion. They're just down the hill, down the Glen Shane.
Not too far away.
And we're going to round off this musical segment with Pride of the Maine.
Yeah, you can't miss a bit of Pride in you. So as we come to a close, we have a couple of congratulations. First of all, Armagh True Blues. So on the 11th night, they get all dolled up in fancy dress and they go for a march around the local bonfires, and they raised over £1,400. So they've donated that to their ambulance, and congratulations to them. Very well done. Picking a night that's a celebration night and making good out of it too.
Absolutely fantastic, and going to a really worthwhile charity who helps communities across Northern Ireland.
Yeah. To finish off,
we never play the same band twice, so this is a real one-off. We are going back to the parade and actually to the Act of Remembrance at the Diamond at the War Memorial there. Saracens played an amazing hymn which was called
Evening Hymn and Sunset. That's beautiful.
They were absolutely excellent. I have to admit now, you all know I'm not biased. I have my wee favourites, Donamoney, Sun Memorial. Well, Scotland, it is Lark Hall and Saracen. They were superb.
A new favourite. So they were very impressive. So if you're enjoying BandFan TV and On The March videos, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really does help. And if you really enjoy it, leave us a wee comment and let us know. We really do read them all and answer if we can.
Please, until we see you when we are back on the march, do take care of yourselves and don't forget to keep following us.
Following them.
Good night.
Bye.
TV. This is a Londonderry Relief of Derry special with BandFan. No, it isn't. Camp Fountain.
Camp Fountain. And we were joined up with Loyalist Photography and NI Band Supplies and
Band Services.
Oh, sugar lumps.
And
yeah.
Marching Band Media.
That was it. Yeah.
We were indeed.
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
We were in town.
We